Welcome to the Greener Gifting Gang podcast, the show that delves into the reasons we love to choose, wrap, and share gifts with each other. Hi, I'm your host, Eve Kale, founder of Gift Wrapped by Eve, and I'm on a mission to help you experience the joy of gift giving whilst also considering the planet. Each episode, I'll be sharing ideas or interviewing guests who will help inspire your choice of gifts and how you present them. Whether that's for your own gifts or products you create or sell in your small business, we'll help you consider how to make small changes that can help your gifting be a little greener. Hello and welcome to the Greener Gifting Gang podcast, and this is the final episode of season 2 and also the final episode in 2025. Thank you so much for being here. 2025 was the year that I launched the podcast, and I am delighted that you are listening to this final episode of the year. It's been a brilliant experience so far. I've had guests who've come and chatted with me, and there's been some solo episodes too. And this is one of those solo episodes. And today, this is for you if you have a product business, either a handmade product or a product that you retail yourself. And this is just a really simple 5-minute exercise that I wanted to share with you to help you to plan your gift occasion marketing for 2026. As the year winds down, Christmas orders slow, it's tempting to completely switch off from business planning, but actually this is a time which is a brilliant opportunity to just give your future self a bit of a head start without spending hours and hours on strategy. All it takes really is 5 minutes and just a bit of reflection time. So I wanted to share this with you today. So before you switch off for a bit of time off, either celebrating Christmas or just having a bit of time off over the bank holidays, do this one thing, and a future you will really, really thank you in January. So, looking back before you start planning ahead for next year, rather than just asking yourself, well, what products should I sell next year? What products do I want to sell next year? Perhaps start with a more useful question and think about, when did people buy your product as a gift this year? Not just for Christmas. I imagine that you have probably been pretty busy in the last few months, particularly in November and the early part of December, with people coming to you to buy presents for Christmas. And of course, Christmas is where we see a big spike in sales. But have a little think back at the other moments that your customers bought your product for someone else as a gift. So birthdays, perhaps, that, obviously they're happening every single month of the year. What about thank you gifts, either for friends, family, neighbours, or colleagues, perhaps? Other celebrations like Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, perhaps people have bought from you just for um, a surprise gift or a supportive gift, perhaps if somebody has been going through a difficult time. All these reasons that people have bought from you are gold. They're real, proven buying triggers, and they're exactly what you want to build into your marketing going forward and into 2026. Because if someone has already bought your product as a gift for one of those occasions, it means that your product already works as a gift and your audience is already thinking of it that way. And this means that you're not starting from scratch with using gift occasions in your marketing next year. You've already got a really, really good foundation to build on. So once you've spotted a few gifting patterns, don't try and plan all of next year all in one go, because that's going to be really overwhelming. And also at this stage, it's unnecessary. Perhaps just choose one occasion to start with. What is the first gifting occasion that you're going to talk about next year? What will you talk about in January? So here are a few prompts for you to start thinking about for the first few months of 2026. First of all, January birthday gifts. As I said, birthdays happen every single month of the year. And for people whose birthdays in January coming straight after Christmas, it's great for the people who are doing the purchasing of the gifts to have inspiration and ideas, and maybe even for people who want to put items on their wish list for January birthdays as well. Then we've got Galentine's Day coming up on the 13th of February. Now, you might not have heard of Galentine's Day before. It's relatively new in the UK. It's a celebration of female friendship and an alternative to Valentine's Day, which is on the 14th of February. So both of those occasions, your product could make a good gift for. Then also in February, we have Random Act of Kindness Day on the 17th. Heading into March, we have Mother's Day in the UK on the 15th of March. And then Easter is early this year on the 5th of April, which really means that you need to start promoting it in March, because 5th of April is very early into the month. So you don't need a full campaign mapped out at this stage. Just pick one occasion to focus on first. And that single decision is going to help your focus. It's going to help you to be clearer about what you want to start talking about. And you can start January in a really intentional way. So why bother? Why start thinking about gift occasions that your product could be aligned with? Well, when you talk about gifting occasions, you give people a reason to buy right now. You can help your customers visualize who else the product could be for if it's not for them. And you can make your product feel thoughtful. It's not just transactional. You're really tapping into the more emotional side of things. And then when you start to think about how you package and wrap the product too, then you're really going to be starting to stand out. So yeah, gift occasions are for all year round, not just for Christmas. If you'd like some more help spotting gift occasion opportunities, you can download my free resource. It's called 50 Occasions and Ideas for Using Gifts and Wrapping in Your Business. And it's designed to help product-based businesses see just how many moments throughout the year that gifting naturally fits in. So you can download that from my website at giftwrappedbyeve.com/freebies. And I'll also pop the link in the show notes. And I have a date for your diary. In the week commencing the 19th of January, I'm going to be running my free online challenge again. It's called Unwrap the Potential, and we're going to be looking at how to use gifting and gift wrapping more strategically in your business, so you're not scrambling around at the last minute every time an occasion comes around. So I hope that this has got you thinking differently about how people might buy from you. And if you do this one thing before you wind up for Christmas, then 2026 you is going to be really, really pleased when it is the first week of January. So thank you so much for listening. And the podcast will be taking a little break now, and we'll be back in early January for season 3. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you soon. Thank you for listening to the Greener Gifting Gang podcast. For free resources, head to giftwrappedbyeve.com/freebies and follow Eve on socials at giftwrappedbyeve on Instagram and Facebook.